Hi, my Math 111 students. It is test time, your very first test. Go under Start here in Content. The bottom of Module 1, you have the link to your test. So all of your homework has been on Newton. You have a Review Center under Newton, so we go under Practice Test. And there's a Newton Review Center right there, and I posted it under each of the modules just so you wouldn't forget about it. I do have a practice test and then a key. They're just like all of your worksheets, or is just the final answer in there. If you have yet to post to the discussion board, then make sure you do that by Monday. So Monday is the last day to do the test. I always have it open a class day, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, until the next Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which is what it says in this folder too. In the test folder. So it says all tests are open for at least 72 hours, of course 3 days. They will be open, they will open up at midnight on whatever that Monday, Wednesday, Friday is, and then they'll close on that Monday, Wednesday, Friday due date at basically midnight, so at 11:59 p.m. So your first test here, Module 1, opens up tomorrow, Friday, and closes on Monday. So before you do your test, oh, and like I was saying, your homework has always been on Newton, your practice test is on Newton, and this, you can see it says external learning tool. This is also on Newton, so no surprises on the test. I will say that some of the Newton homework questions had harder questions than I would have asked you on a test, but when I'm choosing the homework questions, it's just by concept, but rather than per question, whereas with the tests, I can look and see if each question is reasonable. So any of those super crazy questions that showed up on your homework are not going to show up on the test, okay? Of course, you are still going to have a graphing question. I believe that one's multiple choice, so they're a little bit more toned down, but it's still going to ask you the same concepts that you saw in the homework. So before you start your test, you need to print out your scratch paper. So this first test does not have a formula sheet. Some of the other tests, if you take a look at Module 3 and Module 4, they do have formula sheets, but you don't need that for Modules 1 and 2. Okay? But you do always need scratch paper. So make sure you have everything with you. You need to print off this scratch paper. Of course, have a graphing calculator, have your pencil, so you have lots of room to do all of your work, okay? You're going to have 1 hour to do each of the tests, except for the final exam, which is 2 hours. So just have everything all ready to go before you start. So you don't want to start that 1 hour by clicking on your Newton test until you actually are ready to go. So make sure you read everything over and you just have everything that you need. If you don't have a printer, that's totally fine. You do need to write a little honor statement before you take the test, and then it's just not super fancy scratch paper. Let me show you what I made for you. So here is the statement. Oops, here's a statement from the handbook that I need you guys to sign off on, just to say that you have done all of the work, okay? That you yourself are the one that is taking this test. Okay, so print your name, sign it, date it if you're going to print this off. And then all the other pages are just a bunch of lines. So just call it number 1 and then show all your work. Number 2 and then show all your work. It's just easier for me if it's all separated out. So I can go through and give you partial credit on any of those test questions that you do miss, okay? If you get any questions right, then of course you're going to get the full credit for that question. So when I go back and I do partial credit, your grade is only going to go up. It's not going to decrease, okay? So you've got 3 pages of that, okay? So if you don't have a printer, no big deal. I gave you separate instructions. Let me go back to content. So it says if you don't have a printer, no big deal. Just make boxes exactly like I did, and then just make sure that you're keeping your work nice and organized, again, so that I can actually go back and give you partial credit. So I can see where, where all of your work is coming from. And then before you complete any of the questions, just say I, state your name, agree to the honor statement. I'm not going to make you copy over that huge paragraph from the handbook, but just tell me, just write this statement there and then sign your name so I know that you have read over that honor statement. Again, just saying that you are the one that in fact is doing that work. Okay, so once you click on this, it looks just like Newton. So if Newton wants you to format your answers a certain way, make sure you do that so you can ensure that you're getting full credit for that question, okay? Let me know if you guys have any questions. You're doing awesome so far. I'm really impressed with this class. You're doing a fantastic job with the homework. Module 1 and Module 2 have a lot of material, so good for you for getting through this first module here. If you guys have any questions, I have my office hours, of course, Monday through Thursday from 10 until noon. So if you want to do a virtual classroom or a Zoom session, then we can do that at those times. If you have a question outside of that, then I can always make you a quick little video. If you say, hey, I'm really stuck on this question, can you do this question, and send me a quick video. Just give me a little bit of a heads up, right? I have children that I have to put to bed and such, so don't, email me 2 hours before your homework is due, because that's probably not going to happen. But anyways, I am here for you to help you however I can. I know this is, again, not what we expected, but you guys are doing great, and I hope you're getting a lot out of this course. Good luck on your test. Oh, also, tutoring. I knew I had something else. Sorry. Back up. If you go back to Course Home, in a couple different places it talks about tutoring. So on the right hand side there's BrainFuse right there, but on the left hand side under news you have even more information about it. Okay, they can match you up with a tutor. You have to tell them what it is that you have questions on, and they will find a tutor for you. Okay, if you want to watch a short little video about Tutor Match, you can. And if you need any more information, you can contact Tracy Hudson. Here's her phone number and her email. It's free. It's free. It's free. If you guys are on campus, you'd probably be going to the library and asking a tutor questions every once in a while. Well, this is the same thing. Okay? So make sure you're taking advantage of that awesome resource that we have. Okay? And email me. Good luck. Good luck. Talk to you soon.